Greetings, Centralist. Tonight's broadcast. So this is stock market, third dimensional manipulation, hold on humanity. And then we do the stock exchange. Not sure how far I go with that. And then the Gate of Xerxes. That's in Iran. And there's a higher vibration vortex there. You just look it up. It's just it's like how it is in the thumbnail. It's just not much of it left, but at one time it was very higher vibrational. I think that's one of the reasons why Iran gets a lot of heat, because they didn't go by the system. You know, they're not perfect, but they're not. Yeah, it's not a perfect place for it. But I feel like they went against a lot of the elitist energies. Of course, they have a version of elite there, but I figure they're trying to stay out of. It's just not easy. So anyway, nothing's easy. It's like nothing is easy. But stock market energy, I'm feeling some of that recently. So I mean, there's good to it, but there's also a lot of bad. The vortex is there. Stock exchange around the world is kind of like the Federal Reserve. It's like the Federal Reserve banks that are around the world. Yeah, same thing. There's another word for it, but so stock exchange, yeah, it's going to be different. It's not your average connection there, but like I say, this isn't all bad. There is good in here. It's not all just screwed up, but it's a little bit of everything. So, right. So whatever humanity wants. Yes, I got a message. What they want. Anyways, that's already coming. Private sessions. We have the shop here. I'm on the 8th for some people. Same situation here. We have the webinar. Social network, Rabbit. Behind the scenes and the dating site. All right, thank you for your support. Okay, here we go. I would show that Gate of Xerxes, whatever you call it. Pronunciations, who cares? Either way, it's in Iran, and yeah, just go with it. So, all right, stock market energies. So bringing, yeah, figures. Bringing this out to break it down, basically. So, all right, let's just go. Greetings. We got Anunnaki. The stock market, yes, is a download from other planets to rule over your world. So it's where alien entities find a way to manipulate your society. So you can say when your stock market takes a dive, it sometimes means other entities that have joined your world. It's one way of looking at it. It is also to take energies from humans. It's like a vampire energy connected to it. Even if you're not thinking about it, talking about it, it still exists. And it's vampiring the energies of the earth. So as you go into more of your awakening, most likely you put a lot of attention to your stock market, as you are doing with gender. You're going through genders to heal that, to allow more gender energies to come through. Before your stock exchange, your stock market was going to feel the same pain one day. Well, the more realization that I don't need it here anymore. More of the corruption will be brought out. Of course, it's similar to your governments. It keeps your governments going. It fuels your government. Of course, it is your government. In secret, of course. This is how you unlock your planet. But first you have to find the lock, and then you have to create the key. Not an easy feat, of course. Also, your men in black are connected to it to keep your aliens away. But of course, basically, your stock exchange is part of your agendas here on our planet. Now there is, of course, going to be positive. It's not all going to be negative. No, this is the positive and negative. That's like where your galactic war is. So when it goes up and down, um, when it goes up, it usually means the manipulation is working. When it goes down, it means that manipulation is falling apart. Not to say it's going to crash anytime soon. It is being manipulated on different levels, of course. So some of you are healing that energy on different levels. Where you see an archon reality, or archon reality one after the other. There's thousands of them actually connected to this planet to keep it shut down. So you have, as you already are aware of, millions or trillions of agendas just to keep this world shut down. Of course, as you have your human that is, you call a normal human under manipulation, but there's a lot of beings that are doing everything they can to keep them that way. When they say people are not ready, well, when you have a manipulation at such sophistication to keep them in that type of lockdown environment, of course they're not ready. I mean, to peel away all those manipulations it's no simple feats at all. So humans are being weaponized here, as you can see, especially those that cause violence, which goes into your lower astral. The lower astral wants to be known, understood, and not despised, but basically for you to bring a balance is to understand the lower astral realms. To do that is for humanity to recognize it even exists. Yes, they think it's a hell and all that, but then they stay away from it. Because they're not always realizing hell is right in their back door, their back pocket. Especially with family members, some of them, yes, can be easily possessed. Or a loved one, relationships, whatever. Yes, the dark entity energies lives anywhere. But to recognize it's not part of your culture to recognize that. It's been kind of kept in secret. Even some of you are aware of it, but obviously going deep, it's bringing it more into your reality is obviously difficult, but necessary. Well, it has to be recognized by society. Society looks away from demonic energies, so it continues its manipulation. Your demonic realm is similar to like your Men in Black. We have Men in Black keeping your society shut down from aliens, where the demonic realm is keeping you shut down from realizing demonic beings are here. Now, how many are willing to really dive into that thought pattern or heal it? Not that you have to take on the world, heal the planet, but it's quite deep here. It's a hidden society here. Demonic realm is very hidden, but roams around your world very easily. You're here to awaken the planet on so many different levels. You're here to go into a higher frequency, but to do that is to recognize who's here. Obviously, you go by what you can handle. If you can't handle it, quite all right. But some of you are designed to handle dark dimensions and to heal them. That's where your stock market energy comes from, because it's a doorway from other realms into yours. It does affect all of you. It finds a way. Now, there's different ways of affecting, but your stock market finds every way it can. Of course, there is positive there to give you some kind of relief, and they're doing all they can. But as you become more aware of how the manipulations operate here, the stock market eventually will collapse. But realize you'll be at an energy field where you can handle it, where there's not going to be a doomsday here. But once again, there has to be a level of maturity here to handle it. It's still, people are still trying to figure out their alien selves or their spirit guide selves and trusting themselves. Dealing with a stock market vortex that's from another planet is a whole nother story. A stock market that does possess people that are there. Literally, the stock traders, it literally possesses them. Makes them greedy, control, and that's the Archon. They're basically under, yes, massive Archon control. Obviously, they live a nice lifestyle. Somebody has to continue the manipulation. If you're starving and work at Kmart, it's a little bit hard to manipulate the world. But if you're given everything and live life as a millionaire, It's easy to manipulate. You want to manipulate reality. So a lot of these people are doing it and not even knowing it. On a higher dimensional level, yes, they're aware. But as a human, they're not realizing they're manipulating society. So that's going to be some awakening. When many are going to realize, like, wow, was I part of manipulating society? Obviously, there's going to be a lot of denial there at first. But of course, that conversation is not made worldwide just yet. This is a little bit over their heads, most likely. And many of you, I believe, understand. So yes, this is a massive takeover of your planet. And you are here. It's an alien invasion. Any type of technology or anything that's major is an alien invasion. There's alien entities connected to all of these places. It's up to you to release it or be aware of it. Obviously, it's not going to make itself too well known. It doesn't want to be discovered just yet. But you're aware of it, and it's like, okay, I can't do anything now. You can heal it, but for society to become more aware of it, it's a little bit difficult. It's a wound within society. So the stock market energy for that just to be known on the planet is unheard of on other worlds. Why would you want something like that on your planet? Talk about an invasion. Like, yeah, that world is, yeah. When beings see like a stock market being developed on your planet, it's like they get out of there as soon as possible. Yeah, so it's another version of alien takeover. Greetings. We are the stock exchange. Yes, we're here to change lives. We're here, yes, to control the mind. What you do not want control, we will take over. Greed is just another word for, yes, alien takeover. Manipulation on a level from, yes, another planet. There are other planets that are dedicated to ruling your world. Of course, it's not in your daily conversation, of course. It is unheard of. Go back to being human. Go back to sleep. Yeah, the aliens, the parents of your planet, do not want you to interfere. So when this becomes more part of society, basically being aware of these energies, yes, going to like a stock exchange area and healing it. You can be there physically, you don't have to be. It becomes more part of your society. Of course, society has been so programmed. Does that even are humans really human here? I mean, you might be human in the human form, but are you truly human? Because it seems to be such a manipulation here that you're here, but you're not here. Waste most of society is just under some massive brainwashing that is unheard of. And it's done at such a massive level that many have difficulties understanding. Whereas brainwashing is from other worlds. So you can have also other versions of yourself on other planets being brainwashed, which leads you to a brainwashed version of yourself here. And yes, some people might feel empty here because they are. They kind of lost their soul, lost their humanity. Because usually a human race would go against all of these things. But yours has been so shut down, it's difficult to go against. Of course, there's many that are protesting, but are they protesting the right problems? And if they did protest it, what can they do? Because there's a lot of elements of society that need to be removed. Universities, pretty much everything. Universities would be one of them. Of course, you can still have knowledge, but there's more knowledge out there that you're being kept away from. So, like the true university, with true knowledge instead of manipulated, watered down version that you have here on your planet. That would be the start. Your stock exchange as an archon entity, you know, implemented in here like a giant spider holding on to your world, like a web around the mind, around the soul, pulling the soul energy so you can't even think clearly, you can't even remember. That has a lot to do with your amnesia. Is stock exchange, money exchange, but mostly the stock market. The entity that's controlling the money. So people here nowadays can remember less than they could in past lives. Past lives, yeah, there's a little bit more of awareness, not entirely, but it was better back then than it is now. Just so many had trouble surviving, living, because their lives were not seen as anything due to reptilian control. The humans were seen as just rubbish, garbage. At least that's what humans are being treated as. So you're reconnecting back to your power. And to do so is just to go from what is causing the amnesia here, to follow the scent or the connection to its source. And that comes the money exchange corporations, which are many. So just on a vibrational level, yes, you can heal it. Not an easy one, of course. Not one in common conversation, far from it. Well, how many want to go dive down in something like that? Most of them. Well, if you do, I mean, not to say many of you are going to have like a visit from your elites, not likely. But some will. It's like, yes, you mess with their money, you're messing with their manipulation here, which is massive because they're controlling everything, no matter if you have a cryptocurrency. Obviously, who's controlling that? It's not as free as they claim it to be. It's another manipulation because you're going into a digital age. Yes, it's more of a control. So it's another your cryptocurrency is just another version of manipulation on a massive level. So it's worse than your current money field at this time. So you're not out of the woods just yet, as many might feel there. I mean, some of you are shifting realities, not falling for the manipulations of your reality. But some walk right into it. And there's no way out sometimes. Well, it's not a lot of times that manipulations pay very well. They give a nice lifestyle. They call you successful. But a lot of times it's not success at all. Success in controlling you, yes. So people talk about governments being but puppets, being puppets. But what about humanity? Who's here being puppeted? Also, some of you broke the strings. Obviously, you're not getting the phone calls, the hugs and kisses as you could if you went by the system. But you want to keep your soul intact, so you do what's right. Greetings to you. We are the Gate of Xerxes. We actually are an alien race that came here to assist you, but then got sent away due to our assistance with your planet, trying to learn about the human, your ways, your societies, to give gifts, but also to receive them through knowledge, so we can help each other. But that did not happen as your Earth lost its energy field. Yes, and became under control of many different entities. Some are Orion, some are, yes, reptilians. Basically, to, yes, help you forget the soul, to erase the soul, at least its known existence, so they can control you even better. Well, they want to control the mind, they want to control your talents. As yes, many of these beings that are controlling your planet world are refugees from other worlds that lost their way. They got kicked out of many star systems. So they came here, hijacked Mother Earth's energy, and they're using this planet against other planets at this time. Like they're using humans as hostages. As some of you can probably feel that. Doesn't it feel that hostage energy on different levels, like a hostage negotiation sort of going on? So getting over your bias of how things work here, because some do have a bias, and allow the true vibrations of the earth to come through. You will see who is here when the time is right. Patience is key, of course. But if you want to find the answers will find you eventually. Of course, will align with the earth's energy, meaning is it time for you to know? I mean, you might be ready for it, but is the world ready for you to know? What is it? What are the consequences? What is it going to bring you to? This is why everything takes so long. There's just way the timelines work, you have to be careful what you bring into an environment. As you get a single thought, a single vibration can truly shift the Earth's energy. A single word can really throw off a timeline very easily. The wrong word. So this is why your vocabulary is very limited. As many of you know, there's probably many other words you can be using, but there's no word for it. There's also high vibrational worlds can really turn this world around, but obviously it's kept away. For now, we want to deter your planet. You don't want to set it off in the wrong direction. Because even too much high vibrational energy can actually put this world off course. Realize our race is not here to judge or no jury, no anything. Just we're curious beings. We're not here to cause difficulties. But those that want to rule the human, yes, want to cause all the well, it's like they act like your reptilians act like they found humans first and the other alien beings don't deserve to be around you. So there's a sense of ownership going on here. It's like we found this world first, get out of here. Go away. Like Palladians have been here as a guest, will listen to you every once in a while, but for the most part get lost. So obviously the beings find different ways of assisting you through reincarnation to awaken the earth. So most star seeds here, yes, are reincarnated beings. It's the only way to make things work. So many of you have been galactic. You probably remember it to a certain degree, your galactic assistants here. Many of you have spent well, some of you feel responsible why the world has been hijacked, why it's been lost. Some of you do. You might not remember. It's like, what am I doing on this planet? Oh, yeah, because we screwed up. Well, yes, Palladian beings, very different beings. Many other species did not realize what was coming here. They did not realize the level of darkness that was going to find us. And once the world got hijacked, some alien beings didn't want to do anything. They just stepped away. And others did try to assist, were destroyed. So, yes, it's complicated. That's why your history is not clear. It's not the best story out there. I mean, you can say of some of your alien beings that you're connected to, some of you will feel kind of dislike for some of them, or all of them, for how this planet was treated and how it was not helped as it could have been. It could have been different, of course. Well, a lot of alien beings became complacent. They became indulged in this Earth's darkness. Some of them became dark. And those of the lighter vibrations didn't know what to do. Some of them tried to help, some of them died here, but others just kind of stayed away. They knew they couldn't handle the Earth's low vibrations. They knew they'd be turned against others. They saw their friends be turned against each other too. quite sophisticated. All this has been sophisticated. So you're going into your Earth's origins slowly. Now, yes, there are different versions of it, but you're slowly putting the pieces together. Your elite are not likely they're one to get attention anytime soon. They're going to stay in the shadows because, yes, they feel like they own this place. And you can say they technically earned it, but yes, they. It's like the blackjack table at your casinos. They pretty much owned all sides of the they just manipulated it. They manipulated the game so they can win. And all these alien beings that are assisting you did not see it coming. So some of them were naive about it. So you can say this planet was a prize because it was difficult to take down. But once it was taken down, because this was at one time one of the lighter positive planets in the universe. But isn't that how it works? You have something that's very beautiful and then put to ruin and used on many different manipulations. So this is technically one of the stronger planets in the universe. And for good and for bad. But for good, that's why some of you feel that the vibrations when you go into a higher frequency, things are, you're at you just feel there's a higher frequency here than most worlds because it's true. One of the reasons, well, first of all, it's made powerful from the beginning. Second, it's found its darkness. As you can see, it's clearing out its darkness. You're actually helping the Earth figure itself out. Not just Mother Earth, but just the consciousness of the planet. It's not just Mother Earth that's here, of course. There's other conscious beings that are connected to the planet. You're going through their darkness. A dragon being's darkness. An elemental being's darkness. You're going through all these different types of darkness to release the Earth from the old timeline. So many of you feel like you're doing a lot of work in the astral, but a lot of doing work in the elemental world, the Gartha world. You can say that's where the real world war is. For the dragons and elf people, fairies, and all of that. That's where the real magic is. Obviously, many don't remember for obvious reasons. Oh, but that will probably change. That's where the secret war is happening. Of course, there are other wars, of course, but that's where the major one is. But that's where a lot of your beings went. When the Earth went dark, that's where a lot of your beings went into Agartha. So when you unlock Agartha, you unlock your reality. So this is what all this diving in is all about. It's just not the easiest.